control. It's week 14, and we're in the thick of it. Got Philly and LA both trying to punch a ticket. And then Sunday night, this one's never pretty. The Ravens in Pittsburgh, in the Steel City. But the weekend starts now. This one will be tight. It's New Orleans and Atlanta on Thursday night, so let's go! Time to get it started tonight. The NFL will get you crazy and wild. You know it's going down. This is how we do it now. Like a crystal, show you how to go. Come on, put your hands in the sky. Win or lose, you better put up a fight. Oh yeah, it's going down. You know what I'm talking about. Running a bit louder now. You know what I'm talking about. TNF is going down now.
Cold first Thursday of December in Atlanta, Georgia, on the west edge of downtown. Beautiful new Mercedes-Benz Stadium. The sparkling home of the defending NFC champion Atlanta Falcons. And tonight, they take on the division leaders, Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints on NBC's Thursday Night Football. Good evening, everyone. Mike Tirico, Chris Collinsworth, and Heather Cox. Glad you're with us here in Atlanta. This is the final quarter of the NFL season starting tonight, and it starts with a beauty. Two fantastic quarterbacks leading these very proud franchises. Let's start with New Orleans. They lost early in the season to Minnesota and New England, two pretty good teams, and have won 9 of their last 10 since then, including a win over Carolina on Sunday to give them the lead here in the South. As for Atlanta, the defending NFC champs have two different 3-game win streaks, yet they're on the outside of the playoff picture as we hit the final quarter of the season. The loss home here to Minnesota, they didn't get in the end zone. They got to change that here tonight. Chris, when you talk about these teams over the last decade or so, with these quarterbacks, just a fantastic matchup year in, year out.
Yeah, no question. And it is a battle of heavyweights at the quarterback position. But it may be the undercard battle at the running back position that may decide this thing tonight for the Falcons. Devontae Freeman, Tevin Coleman, if they can establish the run early in this ball game, they'll be able to set up some of those big shot plays to Julio Jones down the field.
They got to get him going again. On the New Orleans side, for the last dozen years, Sean Payton, Drew Brees means fantastic offense, right? But the offense is still good in a little different way this year.
Yeah, and let's go back to 2009 season when they won the Super Bowl. How did they do it? They were a balanced offense that season, and they are back to that same formula again. Mark Ingram, Alvin Kamara, how exciting are those two together? And believe it or not, the Saints finally have a defense to work with. This Saints team is a very dangerous team right now.
And for more on Kamara, we bring in Heather Cox. Heather?
Yeah, Mike, one of the greatest stories across the entire NFL this season is the play of the Saints' third-round pick, Alvin Kamara. Many are saying he's a favorite for Offensive Rookie of the Year. And tonight marks his homecoming. Kamara grew up just 23 miles from here in Norcross, Georgia. He was a highly sought-after recruit from Norcross High, where he rushed for over 2,200 yards his senior year, and he took his team to their first ever state championship, a game which took place right next door to us at the old Falcon Stadium, the recently demolished Georgia Dome. Kamara scored twice in the fourth quarter to lead the Blue Devils to a comeback win, which may be why he was voted by his classmates as the most likely to go pro, as you see here in his old Norcross yearbook. Now, before Kamara was drafted, he worked out for the Saints, and the way Coach Sean Payton described it, it was love at first sight. And then on draft day, Mike, he called Kamara the sports car I just have to have.
Kamara, like Camaro, right? A guy who grew up watching it gets to be a part of one of the great old rivalries in the NFL in the South. It's the Falcons and Saints coming up on Thursday Night Football.
Thursday Night Football is brought to you by Kia. Visit kia.com to learn more. By Sprint, works for me. By Walmart, rock this Christmas with Walmart. And by Bose, official sound of the NFL.